What it do, y'all? It's your boy. I'm back, and I'm ready to put on another historic playoff performance. It's your boy, Playoff Don, and I want to talk about the Washington Wizards and their struggles in this video here. First of all, hit the like button for your boy. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a member of the channel already. Let's make Playoff Don a household name. Now, let's get into these Wizards, shall we? They look pretty rough. That's my first thought. They look pretty rough. Good Lord. They are currently 3-12. The you-know-what has destroyed their season. Dudes have been in and out of the lineup. Dudes have been injured. And it's just like, I think they're like clearly the worst team in the league. It's crazy because a ton of people were in on the Wizards. They traded John Wall and his massive contract, and we didn't know if Wall was going to look as good as he has. For Westbrook and his massive contract, that was like the only dude that they could have traded John Wall for was Westbrook because their contracts matched up. And that's probably the only team that was going to trade for Wall was Houston. And, Westbrook comes in, you put him with Bradley Beal, that's two top 25 guys. And it's like, dang, this is, Beal, Westbrook, decent players around him in the Eastern Conference. That should definitely be a playoff team. That's what we all thought. And they look, I think one thing people didn't account for is Russ is going to come in. He's going to bring in like a certain edge that team really needs because they're kind of soft. But he wasn't going to fix that defense. They are still a terrible defensive team. They have one of the worst defensive ratings in the league. They give up numerous, like you go to Basketball Reference, numerous stat categories like field goal percentage, all that good stuff. They give up. They're up there with the worst defenses in the league, and they look like it when you watch them play. It's disgusting. People score around the rim. People score from the 3-point line. I mean, they foul a whole bunch. It's very tough for the Wizards. They don't look good, and I think we all thought that this team was going to be much better. And it's just been terrible. I feel horrible for Bradley Beal. I feel terrible for Westbrook. Westbrook looks. It's like, I know he's been injured. I know he's had the thing. He's missed a ton of games. I get it. Beal's missed a ton of games. Westbrook, he looks just, I can't say washed because he's only like 31 or whatever. He can't be washed, but it's like all the worst things about Russ have all just come out, and all the good things about him are kind of just gone. It's all the worst things about Russ, all the terrible shot selection, the turnovers, the dumb decisions, not playing enough defense. It's all showing its ugly side now. We're only getting the ugly side of Russ. The inefficiency, it's just really rough for Westbrook. And I mean, that's tough if you're a Westbrook fan. He's just been a nightmare. I don't want to say like, oh man, did the Rockets win that trade? I don't know. It may be too early to say that. Russ has been so bad. You expect it to bounce back. Gosh, and I think we kind of overrated, me, myself included. I think we kind of overrated the supporting cast. At least the diehard NBA fans did. We kind of overrated their supporting cast. Guys like Troy Brown, guys like Thomas Bryant, my boy Davis Bertans, Hachimura. Like, these guys they're solid players. They're rotation guys, but they're not very dynamic. and none of them are great defenders. And it's like the only good defender they have on this team is Isak Bonga, and it. Good lord, it's just it's very rough. And now again, all that being said, I think they're like 3 or 4 games out of the 8th seed, but you can kind of tell. It's like this team ain't finna be making no noise. You can kind of tell, and I don't know how this gets better. I really don't. I know one way it could get better is if they fire the hell out of Scott Brooks. That's how it could get better. Scott Brooks, I don't think has ever been a good head coach. There's a reason he got let go in OKC in the first place. He kind of just doesn't know how to utilize players to the best of their ability. And Westbrook has now gotten him fired 2 times. Well, not yet, but he's on the hot seat right now. He's certainly on the hot seat. Boy, it's ugly in Washington. And now that they suck, you gotta believe now here come the Bradley Beal rumors, the Bradley Beal trades. People have been waiting for Beal to get traded for the last 2 years. And he's been like headstrong. He wants to stay in Washington. He wants to win there. He likes it there. He likes the team. He likes the organization, and he wants to stay. But you can just see him on the bench. He looks mad frustrated. And I don't know how much longer that's gonna last. Like he's putting up ridiculous numbers game after game, and they lose game after game. What was the stat? The stat was, okay, here it is. I just remembered. The stat was 10 straight games where he has scored 40 points. So 40 points, the last 10 times he scored 40 points, the Wizards have lost. And I can see why that can frustrate someone. Again, he hasn't asked out yet. I don't think he will, but at some point, the Wizards got to look at themselves like, okay, where's his team going? Again, I don't think they're going to be this bad for the rest of the season. You just can't be. I expect Russ to come back to somewhere, not necessarily where he was a year ago, like that month-long stretch where he was like tearing the league up. I don't know if he gets back to that, but somewhere in the middle. He can't be this bad for the rest of the season. No way. Like he's Russell Westbrook. And you try to, again, they're only 3 games out, but like you try to rejuvenate what's going on here, because again, they don't have horrible players. It's very rough, and I don't know what Beal probably hasn't asked out yet. He probably wants to wait until free agency so he can choose where he wants to go. And he probably doesn't want to get moved somewhere where they just gave up assets and now the team is even worse. And now he's there, or something like that. But man, it's very rough for the Wizards. And I mean, when do they hit the reset button? Westbrook looks terrible, Beal looks miserable, and Scott Brooks is getting exposed. And that's about all I got. Let's just hope. Let's hope, Wizards fans. I'm praying for y'all. I know you've been going through it. Because John Wall's over there killing it in Houston, and it's, oh Lord. Tough times for Wizards fans. But we will see what happens. If I still don't expect Beal to get moved anytime soon. I still don't, because he is still like 26, I believe, and if he doesn't want to leave, Washington won't trade him. So it's a move probably happens maybe in the offseason. I honestly don't expect them to move him this season. I don't. So, well, we will see. But the Wizards look rough. They look rough. It's very tough, and I hope for their sake they can get back on the right track because, man, it looks bad. But that's all for me. I just wanted to talk about the Wizards a little bit. I'm still optimistic. I'm still gonna hold out hope because when, a year ago, when they were still losing a lot of games, but they were incredibly fun to watch. They don't even look that fun anymore. They were one of my favorite league pass teams last year, so I'm holding out hope for them. Holding out hope for Beal, and yeah. But that's gonna be all for me for this video. This has been like my third straight negative video in a row. Next video, I'm gonna try and come up with an idea a little bit more positive. Maybe possibly like a rookie of the year thing, like what are NBA rookies doing or something like that. So check that out. Hit the notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss that. Also check out my last two videos that I kind of just referenced. I went off about the Milwaukee Bucks, and I gave out my opinions on Ben Simmons. So yeah, check those videos out. Hit the notification bell, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Help the channel out, help your boy out. Let's make Playoff Don a household name. All right, so I'm out. Shout out to Kobe Bryant, the GOAT, and I'm out. Peace.